Cheers, Freya. Well, it looks like MIBR will be starting on the CT side. They just about won the knife round there. I think this will be much more comfortable for everybody. I think it will be a simpler affair to some degree. Moving away from overpass, I think MIBR should have a better time of things in the late round when they get to the T side. But indeed, they'll be starting on the CT side first. What do you expect, Walker? What do you see happening? How do you feel about this?
I am scared of that banana hold that Alan pointed out. VSM and Leo have to be working together better on this CT side. To start with, though, we've got an A stack from MIBR, and the dualies of VSM alone on B. That is going to be a tough task. If they push him together on the MV side, he could be in trouble. As for MV, they have some nades of their own and a P250 in the hands of Calix. You can already see VSM making sure to play a pretty safe spot. He's got a smoke at the ready to try and slow MV down as soon as he spots them.
There goes the smoke. MV won't have any strong reaction to this. You can see Nifty moving towards the apartments. Nasty surprise for him. Spots two, and immediately that's Envy going towards the B bomb site. Two players pushing apartments. There's got to be more towards A. Let's do what we can on B. Smoke's just now dissipating. VSM eats a flashbang. Got to be real careful about this. He's pretty close to that smoke, so he could eat one as well. Nothing doing though through that smoke. 5 HP for VSM, make it none. And here comes a swing as they look to take the church area. Thomas and Legia remain. The bomb's been planted. Ruin's now in control of MIBR. Legia at the back. He's on a 1 versus 3. Leo Drunky with the dualies now. No kit, but surely they touched the bomb to invite him out. Don't even know where he is just yet. I don't think they do. With the Glock, he's got to find these headshots. He's got to find the headshots. There's the first one, a 180 though. Won't happen fast enough. Leo Drunky with the dualies and MIBR with the round. Now they found the bomb. Is the force spy coming?
Ooh, yeah. I was a bit scared of the bomb, but it's fine. I am not as good a judge as you, James. That is a question. I think this initial B play from Envy, nice on the early kills. VSM just seemed to get caught out reloading in towards Ruins there.
That's a long reload.
Yeah, for sure. But then Leo gets the dualies, runs down Legia at the end. The rotate did arrive in time. And it is a force spy out from the MV side. An AK for Calix. Nifty goes for that scout. They've got some Galils in there. They are missing nades. That might make it difficult for them to fight for Banana early, but we'll see what the call is from Envy. They're already looking for a play up mid. Flash from Mihu, and MIBR forced away. That smoke from Envy is actually allowing them to start to challenge Banana as well. They're going to boost over it.
Maybe trying to create a false sense of security. MIBR not too far forward, however. So indeed, there are many rifles. I always wonder about the scout on Inferno, because I feel like once you're past mid, it's pretty close range. Down goes Nifty. Scout not doing much on this occasion. Smokes for either side. The molly as well. Just going to make life really hard for Envy as they attempt to push. They are taking a lot of damage. BU down to 3 HP. They want to pick up something else. Maybe give the Galil to somebody who can take a fight more. Thomas is now with the scout. Those two should definitely be swapping, I think. I think Thomas maybe just saw some hands there around the smoke. Maybe not. Could have been the X-ray. I think he did. Someone's surely got to call that trade. Are they going to save?
Really? Wow. This is a big call to make. Early in the game, I mean, there's 30 seconds left on the clock, but you can see they're making no inroads towards any bomb sites. So they are going to be saving.
Their money's going to be weird. I wonder if they're going to, I guess they're going to force around it.
They have to if they're saving here. That has to be the call. And they're going to be missing a lot of nades. Because Nifty and Legia are going to get, what, $1,900, I believe?
And they got to buy guns?
Yeah, exactly. So the nades are going to be a real issue. MIBR also get to upgrade to a Galil, so they're going to have quite a few rifles. Okay, they get a bit more money than I thought. I miscalculated. So maybe they can just get a MAC-10 and some nades. But for Envy, I mean, if they go on to lose this round, they could go 4-0 down, maybe before even getting a really good chance on a gun round. We'll see what the buys look like. So Nifty is going to get a scout. Legia gets a deagle. They have some nades to work with. Much better from MIBR, though, on that B site hold. I'm glad to see they just played it safe. The team play looked so much better than it did in those previous games. Looks to me like MIBR have worked a bit on in their Inferno, and we're seeing KNG make a play down mid.
Oh dear, his cover has gone, falling back now. Has he been spotted by Calix? I think there's a chance. It's unclear at the moment. I don't know if there are footsteps or anything. Mihu creeping through the crawl space. Still lots of presence in second mid. Oh, this is so weird. On old Inferno, this was a piece of wood. And where Mihu is, he would be showing on the radar right now to KNG. Not the case for new Inferno, though. KNG now looking for the multi-frag. Oh, God. Surely he turns around and Mihu looks back. One. How many more can he get from it? Just the one.
Oh, bomb has been dropped in a slightly awkward spot, though. Leo's looking for it, but he doesn't want to risk giving away another rifle, so he backs on up. MIBR have rotated pretty heavily over to A. Now Leo's going to start going back to B. Again, MV very happy to run down the clock here with that man advantage. The issue could be that lack of utility is still there. They only have one smoke. They've got to make sure if they go B here, they smoke CT. If Nifty makes any mistake with this smoke, they could have a tough time getting onto the site, but I assume he will smoke off that position. And with 25 seconds left, Nifty currently clearing out these angles, ready for this B-sided play.
Again, Thomas and Mihu are so low, they can't really take a bullet in the fight. Leo's here with an M4A4. Why don't they have the scout instead? Leo gets nothing done, though. And that'll be the round because MIBR are too far away. I think if you run that 20 times, maybe a lot more NV players die in that situation. But on this occasion, there's a fair chance that 4 of them will survive. So they've managed to make the save and force buy work, and they've squeezed the round out of MIBR. You'll have VSM and TRK holding onto rifles. KNG's got 3K in the bag, so I would expect some more firepower coming the way of Envy in the next round.
I assume VSM is trying to scavenge a better gun, but some of those M4s have been stolen by the MV players. So currently just the Galil. And both teams will be agreeing to just save what they can into this next round. MV making sure to get away from that bomb. They all survive on low health. Between them, they didn't even have 100 points of health to work with, but 4 players surviving on the MV side of things. Pretty big swing in the economy game early in this one. It's now MIBR who will be forcing. It's not an awful buy, especially with the utility. I'm really glad that they get a lot of nades here. I've seen MIBR run some really hefty banana stacks with nades, and this might be a round to do just that when you have the SMGs.
I was wondering if they might go aggressive in the apartments with the SMGs. 3 players towards B. Well, they still will. You can see TRK's made his way in, but with the M4A4 rather. Lucas, oh, accidental jump surely. Lucky to be alive, I think, all things considered. Lucas looks to make his way back towards A, coming to offer some grenade support. HE off the roof does minimal damage to Envy. You can see Leo on the barrels there. The retake grenades, maybe the smoke towards the half wall, but Envy with some grenades on their own. Leo can't press forward, but he can still get, actually VSM will get the kill. They know one's in the corner, but if VSM repicks, it could be quite painful for him. Look at the push from Envy. VSM forced out of the site. He'll get something from it though. Legia trying to cross will be denied. 2 players coming up banana. TRK with a late rotation through CT spawner spray through the coffins. Nothing doing just yet. Though some tagging, but Calix will tie the numbers up.
Lucas instantly getting into banana though. MV are locked on the bomb site. There are some nades for MIBR as well, and that 1 HE grenade could potentially make all the difference. If TRK could put it in the right spot, there's a chance for multiple kills. They're going to move in with the guns though. Lucas has already fired first. Calix replies. It's into a 1v1, and Calix goes down. KNG with the 2 important kills at the end, and even without the kit, he can go ahead and get this defuse. MIBR coming back with a round win. That fast rotate up banana being a big key to that. Because Envy is stuck on the site, it's much more difficult for them to play the post plant. And now it's Envy's turn to again be slightly behind on the economy game, but at least their buy is going to be pretty good. I assume they will be buying up here.
Be a short delay because Mihu's going for a full reboot. Envy's got good money, 5k plus for most players, so it'll most certainly be a buy. They'll be wanting to catch more of these rounds, though. Great trade from KNG. Cleans up Calyx towards the end as well. And MIBR keeping their heads above water. It'll be a tight round for both, I think, in terms of what is left in the bank. So this could be a pivotal round. We can see in the rounds MIBR have won. I mean, it's still early, you know, the pistol and such we can ignore. The bomb is being planted. So things are going down to the wire. Lots of time for discussion now with MIBR. And you look MIBR, some of the outbound players we know are making teams together, but some there's still a question mark for.
Yeah, a lot of options for some of those guys, for sure. They could play. I mean, Fallen is someone who's got to be in high demand in a lot of roles right now.
Yeah, seems to be a variety streamer at present, playing a few different games.
It's not bad.
Yeah, especially with the friends they have. This kind of classic MIBR CSGO squad, if you will. It's football players and such. A lot of distractions outside of the game, you might say. Well, here we are.
Chicken cam.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, okay.
So
Get that off.
I'm assuming there is a hard bug because of the reconnection and it's a 5v5, so we'll just continue. There we go, thank you. Well then, MIBR 2 in the lead. Still shortcomings for both sides, MP9 and Galil. There's good grenades though for the most part, and MD looks to take top mid immediately. And there are still 3 players towards B for MIBR. But how far will they go, NV? They have presence on B as well with the grenades and the spray. Smoke up on Arch for the time being. KNG ran at Arch area. No sniper for him in this round. MIBR forced to play passive on the A-bomb sites. They'll have an incendiary on long just to buy some time. But again, there's still pressure towards B here. VSM gets a crouch pick from Legia, who comes out on top. And that leaves Leo Drunky alone on the B-bomb site, falling back. And all he's got is some sound cues if he's lucky. No movement from MIBR whatsoever around the A-bomb site. KNG hasn't moved an inch. And in fact, Leo Drunky seems to be moving away from the B-bomb site. Will there be a gamble here?
Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad round for a gamble stack, considering you've gone down a man early. Oh, T.R.A.E. is getting up close with the MP9. We might see some counter-aggression. MIBR, they have everyone here. Everyone into top mid. This is going to be all action, and KNG's got a 3-man spray down. Just like that, the push is completely toppled. Lucas gets the final kill, and that rotate arrives at just the right time. MIBR locking it down.
Now that is a hard read right there. That puts Envy into eco territory, which allows MIBR to build their money. That is quite the read from MIBR. Great spray down from KNG. He had some prior warning as well. The barrel of a gun was seen as a player was turning just before that first engagement. Just allowed him better visualization as they move to a 3-round lead now. Put Envy on the pistols, 4 Deagles. And the P250 for Legia, the grenade man. Nifty dies bottom mid. Oh. So far so good for MIBR. Again, the focus for them really, like there's still priorities in rounds such as this, and the priority is to stay alive, to keep everyone alive, to build, to like pad the wallets, give themselves a full buy in the hole. CKNG very happy with that.
As he should be. A nice clean round, which we haven't had too many of throughout this series. In that earlier round from Envy though, the one thing that gives me some promise for this Envy squad heading into Inferno is that smoke that Envy put into top banana, I think was a really good idea, because MIBR quite often go for that boost onto the half wall and then try and leave someone alone on banana. So when you put that smoke into top banana, Legia actually swings out there looking up at the half wall almost. He can much more easily clear out that angle. And then you saw Leo was nowhere to be found to help the SM on banana. I still think that could be the key to Envy getting back in this game. If they can perhaps put a couple of players into that position, get themselves some early picks there. MIBR have still looked a little shaky at times in this game. The coordination definitely looking a little bit better between VSM and Leo though. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. I think that will be the key for both sides. That battle for banana, always important on Inferno.
Talent in the studio with a lot riding on this on this match. It's actually interesting the way we've done the predictions of the points. It's there's a lot of bragging rights to be had. Nifty. Oh, have a look at this investment from MIBR. 4 players towards B. Still making plays forward. Lucas holding his angle. He's just out there. And Thomas is no longer. What is the response from Envy? Maybe forced towards the A bomb site. Do they identify how many plays were towards A? Still now only a second made his way back in T.R.A.E. Got 3 kills already, doing much better than Overpass. There's an important kill onto KNG. Nifty looking towards the library. Lucas with a big rotation. First kill of the round, let's not forget. Over towards the B-bomb site. Now he delivers on a T.R.A.E. up top, but Legia will deliver. 3 versus 2. Lucas now stuck in library. Nifty not engaging in that direction, but looking down mid for Leo Drunky, which leaves Lucas to try and clutch, but he'll be denied by Calix. A quick turnaround from Envy, and they find only their second round so far.
I was worried when Envy didn't instantly hit the A site there, because I think they probably should have been able to count those nades down Banana and realize it was a 3-man stack. Lucas here as well, he was just standing in front of all of the nades alone. If he went down on Banana there, that could have completely turned around at the start of the round. But then eventually, Envy realized they can commit into A, even if it wasn't quite as quick as I would have hoped. The play still pays off for them because MIBR are rotating back into position. There's the molly down mid for this same Banana play. VSM, though, not able to land a shot early, and it's Nifty getting aggressive. KNG caught off guard. Nifty makes it a second. 2 shots landed at top mid, and there's another man who wants to fight him. It might be a mistake from T.R.A.E., though. He's blinded. Finally, Nifty misses his mark, but who's there to back him up. And with 3 kills on the A site, this round is over. Nifty is just getting them all.
That's fantastic spatial awareness from Nifty. Could post up on library only after the smoke, but it would obscure his vision. Reads the play, hears the footsteps, delivers the battle sniper kills. That's the kind of play we need to see from Nifty, the aggression. Forced their way back into this round, back into this game rather. MIBR looking to pull away on their CT side. VSM trying to hold on, but Thomas is too close to trade frag before he can fire. They lose everything, MIBR, and their money has disappeared very quickly indeed. 2 rounds from Envy, and there's not much left in the coffers for the Brazilian side.
Nice from Nifty. Getting those 3 kills.
Nice.
Very nice. He had a pretty quiet start to the game as well. I think he was 0-4, maybe even 0-5. But now that he's got the AWP, he is here, and he is clearly going to be having impact with it.
I think T.R.A.E.'s beaten his score from the first half of Overpass.
Yeah, I think so.
With 3 kills here on Inferno, which is great. What is it with the chicken butt cam? I don't know what's wrong with you guys. This is what happens when you've got too many white people in one room.
Oh, God. Yeah, get that off my screen right now. Well, get this round off my screen because MIBR don't have much. We've seen these rounds come close on occasion. Maybe MIBR have got something up their sleeve. It's a 4-man A stack right now. These rounds are always pretty important as well. Even though MIBR have a very slim chance of winning the round, if you can actually do a bit of damage, CSGO these days is just so much about the economy that if you can get a couple of kills, it can make a pretty big difference. Especially if Nifty's going to be having so much impact with the AWP. You want that out of his hands if you can get some kills and steal away some weapons. And MIBR might have got the right read on the situation. 4 players all stacked on the short side of A as well. They're all stacked in similar positions so they can quickly try and swarm for these fights. And now that they've heard the flashbang into top mid, MIBR might realize they've got a decent chance at trying to overwhelm some of these players. I would love if MIBR just had one flashbang here to allow them to all kind of fight at the same time. That's the one thing that's maybe missing.
Well, Lucas has a smoke. VSM not showing from Graveyard. Calix has been looking for a while. You can see him trying to bait for the information.
Oh, they've smoked long as well. That's nice. They can keep on focusing on short here.
Yeah, that allows Thomas to potentially clear some of library here, though. Oh, boy. Okay, well, let's see how this one plays out. The flashbangs are getting stuck to traffic. Again, not the most lethal round from MIBR, and they will die in quick succession. And the gap is close to 1. 3 rounds in a row for Envy. It's time for MIBR to be back on the buy though. No AWP money for KNG. Lucas with 49.50 won't be buying one.
Oh, they're going to be missing a lot of nades here. KNG sacrifices down to the FAMAS to make sure he can get, what, a couple of flashes and a smoke. But they won't have the mollies for Banana, for example. Most teams these days are trying to run at least 2, normally 3 mollies down Banana.
Have a look at mid, though. They've got 4 people towards the A bomb site, and this is their response, running straight down mid. There's no one second mid, actually. So, again, if Envy can identify this, I think they've just realized, hold on a second, we've got no map control towards A. They must have invested something down mid. Let's make a play towards B. They will be held back by the smoke, however. Are they brave enough to go through it? It would be the right decision, probably, with all the numbers towards the A bomb site. In fact, they'll do that before that rotation comes through. Still on the way. KNG will hold down Coffins. Multi-frag with the FAMAS. French gun, he's still alive. Calix with 2, though, on the site will help for now. And that Molotov will allow them to get into post-plant positions, although that bomb's on the floor at present. Someone needs to collect it and plant it. It's inside the fountain.
Oh no, this smoke's going to fade soon. Nifty's finally got it back. He's going to get the bomb down, but they don't have the same Banana control they would have wanted. Nifty was posted up on Banana. Now he has to play from the site, and T.R.A.E can start to close the distance on Banana. And that means these smokes could be used much more effectively for this retake. One smoke going down already, but Nifty now knows where this man is. He misses the shot first time of asking. Here comes T.R.A.E. Because the CT smoked Banana, they don't think T.R.A.E.'s here, but he's behind them. He's got the burst. Nifty able to transfer back into a 2v2, but Nifty still going strong. 3 kills from Nifty. He closes out the post plant, and he is really starting to get rolling now.
Oh my god, that was scary to watch. The classic bait, smoke off Banana because no one's there except somebody is there. And I do wonder if that was... It's quite simple to do that smoke normally, but there was a gap on the side you can see, which has to be by design by MIBR. Legia took the bait, almost collapsed, but Nifty denied it. Look at that 180. He is ready for any angle. Gloriously fast reactions here from Nifty. That's the kind of Nifty you want to see. Not easy to do on a map like Inferno either. In no man's land there. Ready for the ting. And it's back to pistols for MIBR. One would presume another slow round. Can see the boost there and Boiler. Some harassment from Legia as Envy take it slow. 3 players to clear Banana. Plenty of utility. With no smoke coming their way on B, perhaps they keep it simple with these mollies. Set fire to the site, a flame carpet, if you will. Ooh, the bait set up. Okay, not a bad start. Legia creeping down Banana with the bomb. There's the coffin smoke. You can molly behind New Box in a number of ways, while facing the site as well, over the barrels. Thomas has made his way onto the site. Seems he will be the investigative journalist. Calix, why have you got your knife out there? 2 players crossing. That's a rifle to be collected. It's a 3 versus 5. That is a schoolboy error. Legia will buy some time with the smoke towards coffins, but Envy could be in trouble here. Lucas has a Molotov.
Switching out some guns. Lucas is quite far away, though. That's a shame. He is going to eventually get into play, but it may be the pistols that have to lead the charge. Molly finally going down to triple. Nifty not going to get the kill, but KNG certainly will. Legia finally fighting back, but it's too little too late. Nifty has to go huge, and he won't be able to. Can they get on the bomb in time, though? Oh, no, they can't. Envy just about win the round. They're not going to be too pleased with it. That definitely could have gone against them, but they win the round nonetheless.
That is really fortunate for Envy. Some sloppy play. If you're the only man holding the flank rotation, you have to have your gun out, not your knife. There's cutting corners. Yes, you're going to get there slower, but worst case scenario, you'll be able to defend yourself at the very least. But they're alive, and they've got 5 rounds in a row. They're in the lead now, Envy. Racking up a good score on their T side, but MIBR are back on the buy. They've got AWP on KNG. Although it's all eyes on Nifty at the moment. KNG though with a better score, but the team doesn't have one. Jumps past, goes back into the angle. The flashbang will take him away. See how aggressive he wants to be now. Very fast moving from Envy. Not the first time they've been very quick up top mid. as if they're trying to neutralize what KNG can do in this area by just taking top mid straight away. And again, you've got that smoke on long, which is maybe being thrown from second mid. I'm not sure. There is a fast one you can do, but Envy are establishing some control over top mid repeatedly when they head towards A.
Always nice to be able to force the CTs back. You can see right now, Lucas is actually having to play towards CT spawn to be able to float between those two bomb sites and to be able to try and hold long. KNG is now thinking about whether he can go back in for some fights. The flash will help him make that decision, but he still can't peek out wide, and that's a problem. Envy are already starting to walk into this angle, and they can get up close here. Even if KNG gets a kill, if Envy peek this correctly, they could definitely trade if they wanted to go this way. They may just go back to B, though. And the problem here is this time round, MIBR didn't use their nades early on Banana. They have their nades to hold this off. And as the round ticks on down, KNG gets the information. First kill found, 3 CTs on the B bomb site, and some utility left for MIBR. They are in great shape right now, especially as Envy have almost no nades left.
HE grenades. There goes the first one. That is colossal damage. Really big damage there, and they're just lining up. More grenades being delivered, and it is an easy cleanup for MIBR. Everybody survives. Barely any damage taken. Envy did 8 damage in that round, if I'm not mistaken. And it's quickly back to 6-6. A late round CT sniper on short is always fun to watch because they often creep up to re-establish control of top mid, see what's going on. Always something to keep an eye on. If the CTs lose control of top mid early, that AWP is on short. Very common play. False start there from Envy, who buy within an inch of their economy. Back on AWP. KNG aggressive as always. Looks like he'll go back to the well once again. Legia completely blind. Still alive though through the wall. Down 16 HP. And again, it's that fast emergence from Envy towards top mid. Taking the angles away from KNG, but he's got the flicks. Long still somewhat compromised, however. That'll cause Lucas to rotate. Smoke up on the mini pit. Nifty trying to stay alive. None of real problems. Nifty and Legia with a combined 17 HP.
Oh, Thomas. Really aggressive. Leo with a sloppy spray, and Thomas gets the timing window just right onto the B site. Rotate arriving. Thomas is reloading, man. VSM gets that freebie. They can still get towards the bomb site, but the molly's just gone down, and Nifty above the smoke brings one back, but VSM has arrived. Second kill, finally traded out into a 2v2. KiNK should get that bomb down momentarily, but MIBR are starting to arrive on the rotate.
Oh my god, Legia's 10 miles away. He's so far away. He's got to get his skates on. Got to get on that road bike, and he might just make it there in time. The shadow, Calix has seen KNG down. He goes, TRK now. He just needs to take a deep angle as possible so Legia can clean up. He'll do exactly that. Down to the wire. Great play by Thomas to open things up. Didn't realize how close MIBR would be when he rotates through the ruins. Gets taken out, but then there's Nifty there to trade. Back and forth we go. Every map has been back and forth. It's been a scrap from round to round, and it continues to be on Inferno.
Yeah, this is a proper brawl right now between these two. No punches being held back at the moment. Double AWP setup brought back out by MIBR. VSM has definitely had some impact with that weapon in this series. Something that I think is working well for MIBR is they're not really trying to fight for banana control now in a lot of these rounds. And I think in the previous games, they were really trying hard to fight for banana, but they didn't quite have the synergy down. And now they're just playing from the site, which I think is allowing VSM and Leo to work together just that little bit more easily. And this time, the flash into banana, Leo really trying to take the fight to Envy, who have to back away briefly.
3 smokes, 2 mollies, and a bunch of flashes still in the hands of Envy. Flash 2 clear, top mid once more. You can see KNG on short again, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Minutes on the clock, we'll see if it creeps up later, or what the climate will be. There was a shallow smoke towards long, which has come and gone. KNG still holding his angle. Leo's made his way towards library, trying to figure out if anybody is around the arch area, because smokes are up in the middle of long. And here's that push I'm talking about from KNG. Looking for the information. He'll surely have these sound cues of players up mid, and down goes Nifty again. Nobody holding the angle. Goes deep rather than falls back. Ready for another one. Looking like it'll be a dry push from Envy now. The swing, the shots miss, the trade is not necessary. C.R.A.E on the bicycle, stands up, has a quick look, sees a lot of players there. He has to stay alive. He's doing better than that. C.R.A.E with a multi-frag again. Just entertaining KiNK, and there he goes. 7th round on the board for MIBR. 4 survive.
Another round where T.R.K. just does more than you'd expect him to. Getting 3 kills from that position is fantastic. Really important stuff there to win his team the round. I think for Envy as well, Nifty keeps on investigating A long with that AWP. He did it in the previous round where it looked like it was a lurk up A long with the AWP, which is just such a gamble. If you're going to be scoped in on that angle, you're never going to be able to turn around in time if you don't have your teammates helping you. Either way, no AWP for Nifty here. There's one for KNG though. Fast shot down mid. Mihu no chance, and VSM also lands a headshot. That is 2 headshots with both AWPs at the start of this round. They are dead on, and Envy might be in trouble in the last round of the half.
448 damage per person. Thank you for coming. A run boost to try and avoid a sniper. Oh, even better than that. It wasn't expecting that one. Cheeky from Legia. But there's more to do on this bomb site. Lucas looking to swing, maybe play off of his teammate. Or will it just be grenades? The mollies are out. Leo's completely exposed though. It's a headshot angle of Nifty now. He's isolated the fight at the very least, but he can't quite get there. The jack in the box, Nifty delaying, waiting for that molly to go, finally gets taken down. And it's only Legia behind enemy lines. The bomb surely spotted by MIBR. The rotation coming through, but slowly, because they think he could be on banana. A good angle from Leo Drunky though. Oh, has a quick look, and now he's spotted. He's in trouble, Legia. The double peaks are coming through. The swing from Lucas will be enough for an 8th round from MIBR. 3 late rounds in the first half. Take a lead at half time. It's the final map of this series. We'll find out who's taking it after the break.
A tight first half sums up this series well. The margins have been razor thin between Envy and MIBR.
Stop.
And we are getting more chicken action, James. But what we really want to see is this pistol round, because this could be game-changing. With how close the scoreline is right now, this could help put either team off on the front foot in this second half.
Okay, Calix is the man to jump spot in mid. I like to jump spot mid, go into apartments, jump past, see what's going on second mid, drop a smoke somewhere if necessary.
A nice insight into the mind of James Bardolph.
That's the Bardolph default
Okay.
pistol. Everyone else can do what they want, but that's what I'm doing. A slow start from MIBR. They have gone mostly for Kevlar, no P250s. I think there should always be one or two. Oh, well, I say always. I mean, if you have a plan with utility which requires 2 or 3 people, then fair enough. But otherwise, get some P250s in there. One decoy for Thomas. I don't know if he has, I mean, maybe he could use it as a fake flash. That could come in handy. 3 players on B for Envy, patiently waiting for MIBR to make their play. Leo looking to perhaps try and figure out what might be going on the A bomb site. We can see Thomas and Calix playing a bait setup. A lot of bait setups we've seen recently, which I like. Ooh, the lurk smoke.
Yeah.
Take the coffin angle away. You could even jump onto barrels from behind that.
Oof. Clean kill from Calix at top mid. Pretty slow response from MIBR as well. They didn't have the other players close by, but Calix can't convert. That's the A site lost, and that might be the round lost. MIBR have a man advantage, a quick bomb plant, and MV are just now arriving anywhere near this bomb site.
Legia and Mihu together. Legia with the kit, has a flashbang as well. That decoy is not around anymore. But it'll be the best flash of all time. Out it comes, and VSM eats it completely. Leo in graveyard, running distraction now, just not really fighting to the death until the right time. And MIBR will converge to take the pistol. MIBR now winning both pistol rounds, it must be said. We'll see if they can make it to 11.
Yeah, with how this game has been going, I am not counting Envy out of this force buy, but it is definitely a good start for MIBR. We've got a Zeus for Nifty, who's looking to save some money to get that AWP into the future. It was such a clean kill to begin with from Calix, and then on the follow-up, he just couldn't find it. He realized he probably needed to fight and get another kill because he couldn't just let them run up short onto the A site. But unfortunately, as soon as he falls, it's just impossible for Envy to win the round at that point. And now this force buy coming through. Nifty, the one man, saving a bit of extra money. Mihu already playing up close. Ooh, good damage onto Mihu there. That nade, I think, bounced back, takes him down to below half health, but he's still playing close range. Oh no.
Boy. That is very awkward indeed. Caught completely unawares. Fadeaway grenade will do something, but Legia's got to do a lot more than that. Somewhat neutered force buy, thanks to the surprise from MIBR. Smokes up, and Legia will try to hold on to Ruins at the very least. Nifty going down second mid while Lucas is still lurking, but Nifty only has the USP and a taser. Legia swinging through. He'll be denied, however, so not sure what NV can do in this situation. Calix looking to hold on to his Kevlar, one would presume. That Kevlar and Deagle could be used in the next round, but maybe the best opportunities have come and gone for this one.
It might be worth Nifty just hanging around with the USP at this point even, just to try and get a bit of extra money, you could argue. At the same time, the Zeus kill would be nice just to make sure you deny one of the guns from MIBR. All of that is, of course, predicated upon MIBR leaving Banana, which is unlikely right now. They can just sit back and relax. Double digits about to be confirmed for MIBR. This is where it's going to get tough for Envy as well. Obviously, no buy in this next one. This could start to spiral out of control for them if they're not careful. Calix will at least save a Deeg to try and do some damage into the next, but MIBR hold on to all their guns. They only have to rebuy the nades, which will be about $1,000 each. Honestly, if I'm Leo here, I'm maybe not even buying nades and just running in first with the MP7, knowing that you're going to be against a hard eco, but he will buy the nades anyway. Ahead of round 18. Should be pretty easy pickings for MIBR in this next one.
Yeah, really not much for Envy to show. We'll see if Nifty can do something with the taser. hopping about. And I think what we can focus on in this particular round is the anti-eco strat for MIBR. How tight can they play? How much can they limit opportunity for Envy? It's the Envy now with 4 players around top mid. But the focus from MIBR will be B. Already a smoke up on the B bomb site, but the only grenade left is that HE for Nifty. KiNK moves away. So I would imagine Envy will post up for exit frags at best on the B bomb site. Again, KiNK has may want to keep his Kevlar. It's a lot of money to save for the buy round to come.
Yeah, smoke for CT, a couple of mollies at the back of the site. Just make sure that MIBR don't have any of those annoying close angles to deal with. KNG straying into the open. Perhaps a bit unnecessary. Could have stayed on Banana, but the Galil will be recovered. VSM having to spray away. There's a little bit of damage done here by Envy. They get 2 kills, not too bad, and Nifty still trying to bait them in. They won't be falling for it, though. Lucas getting the final kill. Oh, MIBR don't get to save those AKs, though. Leo saves the MP7, Lucas saves the Galil, so they actually might have to rebuy some of those high-value weapons that they lost. That's a bit of a shame. Envy will be happy with that bit of damage done. And they'll also get the AWP out for Nifty. Big buy round here for Envy. This is one they could really do with winning to keep themselves in contention. Over on the MIBR side, it's a little bit of a bonus. Some players struggling for cash, but Leo's sticking with that MP7. 3-man B stack early for Envy. 3 mollies on Banana as well by the looks of things, or at least 2 flames. And now Envy will just sit at the top of Banana and play it patiently. That's a bit of damage onto KiNK. He'll get away. Ouch.
That didn't do too much.
Yeah.
A little nick. No big issues there. No significant shrapnel problems. Oh, there. Well, if they're able to find something productive from this, I was going to say it could be a fast play into the B bomb site, but they, the Molotov will slow them down, which is their own molly. But that's fine. They have established some control of Banana. They haven't quite gone up to the sandbags just yet. Smoke still up on mid from Envy, however, you can see on the radar they're playing pretty passive positions. Nifty in a classic spot in the library area. People used to stand on the couch for an elevated position versus a crouch peek or otherwise. 35 seconds on the clock. MIBR offering a fake with no actual...
Oh, no.
Yeah, Leo's down on the A bomb site, so there won't be any presence in long. But Nifty's rotating towards B. They're taking the bait on the B bomb site. Let's see if they can defend on A. Molly, smokes, and flashbangs. Nifty up top mid, but just a second too late.
So tight on the timings here. KNG with the initial entry. KiNK sprays away for a couple of kills. Nifty arriving from the backside, misses his opportunity, but KiNK is there to help. And now Lucas may have got the bomb down, but his chances of winning the round are slim at best. Galil in his hands, he knows that KiNK is in pit, and this is just such a nuisance right now. Knowing that there's this one player here, you have to look at this side, and you have to be scared of the flank as well. KiNK timing that really nicely with his teammates. Quad kill for KiNK in the pit. Really big impact from him. I think for MIBR, that play maybe could have been okay if they leave themselves a bit more time and a bit more utility. But that was always going to be really running it down to the wire. It had to be such a clean entrance onto the A site. And as soon as KiNK gets this double spray down and just survives in the pit, you already know that MIBR are going to have a really rough time.
Yeah, that kill on long was really key because Nifty rotated afterwards, maybe reading it as a wrap into CT spawn. But KiNK performed. First round on the board for Envy. If MIBR had won that, it would have been a really hard recovery for Envy. They would have felt so far behind. And they still might. MIBR with another buy. More pressure. Both teams low on money now. And an aggressive take on Banana once again. KNG looking for something. Some meat behind that grenade. Molotov though, the whole position. Thought KNG might push it, you never know. Actually, it'll be Lucas to go in first. So, indeed, control of Banana will be established. Third man back towards A and Mihu. Will this be a fast round from MIBR? All 5 on Banana. Nobody watching mid whatsoever. It's going to be dry, isn't it? It's going to be dry.
Oh, it is, and Nifty's missed that first shot. He's got the counter smoke, but they're going to close the distance quite quickly here. Nifty's burning. Oh, Leo gets him out. Easy kills for MIBR onto that B-bomb site. And now they have smokes remaining. Because they went dry, they can smoke off these spots, and they can make sure that MV have no hope in hell of winning on this retake. Nice call from MIBR to just run it into B. I'm sure Nifty will be disappointed missing that first shot, but I think even if he gets that first kill, he probably just gets traded, and MIBR probably take the site in a 3v2 and still just win the round.
Oh, MIBR surging. Not much you can do to respond to that if you don't get those initial picks. The numbers game as well. Pretty difficult. Does that spur Envy on to play more aggressive, ignoring their money, which is a problem, of course, right now? Just the one round in this half, Envy. MIBR 4 from victory. Both these games have more or less gone down to the wire. Timeout called by Team Envy as they try to figure out what to do. They've got reasonable money together to buy in the next round, with 2 rifle saves in this one. Oh, it looks like they're going to force around it, actually. Got more M4s coming out. They may be light on grenades, however, so expect some aggression.
Definitely make a lot of sense on the MV side. Man, this round is going to be a high-pressure one for MV. I think they're also, on the MV side of things, starting to have some issues so far in this tournament when it gets into these second halves. It feels like normally MV are keeping it close to begin with, and then as the game continues to play on, when we get down to crunch time, it feels like they sometimes start to slip up slightly. And I'm sure that's the kind of thing that will come with experience, but some aggression. Oh, instantly naded.
Oh my
Two
God.
nades down mid. That is horrible, but Nifty still gets a kill. Now he pulls out the smoke, though, not realizing there are more players nearby.
Yeah, that's a tough decision when you're at the bottom of mid as a CT. Calix is at least in a forward spot. He has heard the reload as he tried to go around the side. Leo's going back and forth, as is Calix, trying to catch Leo. This is going to be a very important kill. Oh my God, he's turned a corner just in time, but what does he do now? We've got 2 players moving up mid. Thomas is not in a position to help him. Catching VSM off guard. Fast-moving situation. Mihu starting to rotate, as is Thomas to the site. How far does he go? Avoids a flashbang, but he can't avoid Leo Drunky. Mihu now going through the arch spot. The bomb is dropped for Leo to plant. Note that lineup from the corner and able to plant the bomb. Goes for the Vino plant. Under the sign it says Vino for the pit. And he moves around the utility. Mihu now moving towards top mid, but have a look at KNG's angle. I can't imagine Mihu survives this. Surely not. He does actually. 1v1 now. Leo hiding in graveyard. Mihu knows it's a possibility. So many angles to check, though. Surely it's a guarantee. It is. 13 rounds for MIBR.
Yeah, Leo getting into a really hard spot to clear in that post plant. You have to just run up on it and assume he's playing there, which is never something you're going to be comfortable doing. And now, MV's money is not in good shape. They're down 13-8. Here's the earlier kill from VSM. He pushes into top mid, gets caught, and even though Mihu can get that kill, it's just too hard to retake that site. As you said, so many angles he has to be aware of, and it is only pistols for Envy. This second half has not gone according to plan for them. They've only won that 1 round. They go down to Deagles for this one. We might need to see some heroics from Envy to keep them in this game again. They were able to do it on overpass. It was Nifty who carried...
Oh, no!
Oh, okay.
Okay, 2 HP, everything's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, Nifty was able to carry them through a round somewhat similar to this on overpass, but that was when he had the AWP. This time it's only pistols on their players. And maybe the aim for Envy here will just be to use this utility. If they can save these 5 smokes late into the round, that could force MIBR to push through those smokes and have a much harder time.
Some grenades in. KNG watching the back. A lot of Molotovs sprayed through the smoke. Legia trying to hide in plain sight. Was pretty close to the corner though, the choke point. And down he'll go. Almost a double peak. Nothing going the way of Envy in this second half. Absolutely nothing. Nifty will switch up for the Desert Eagle. Envy still with 2 players on 8. And in they come. Nifty misses the first shot and the second. Well, this will be a formality. There's a lot in the hands of Envy and the remaining players. They can buy regardless in the next round, but we'll see what they choose to do. But again, it's a landslide of rounds for MIBR as they move 2 away from taking this series.
Just slowly grinding out these rounds on the MIBR side. Doing what they have to. They've thrown contact plays in there. They've taken quite a few early fights. The game plan for MIBR working out right now. Quite a few rounds like this where MV just don't have that much to work with. Aren't really able to get anything going early and then just have to give up on the round. MIBR saving on Banana again. 14-8 lead. It's going to have to be a pretty hard comeback for Envy at this point, but at least they've kept enough money for a great buy across the board. Leo there just spamming the smoke. There was a little gap on that smoke on the left side, and I think some steps were made. So they all just start spamming. They realize they've got the chance to get an early kill. As soon as they get the B site, they get the win. And here comes the buy from Envy. All out for Nifty, rifles across the board. No more room for error.
Yeah, there really isn't. Let's see how much aggression we'll see from the team. Nifty with grenade support on Banana rather than going for an aggressive pick. MIBR will try to put out the flames. You can see some dancing from Mihu, top Banana. Have a look at the apartments now. We can see the bomb making its way in there. MIBR looking for a fast response. There's only 2 players for Envy, and they're not on the A bomb site, and they're not in position to support each other. Smoke goes in and stops Lucas just in time. Not sure if it was a full commitment coming through there, or just some shenanigans. Some grenades will be deployed. And with smoke still up on Banana, MIBR haven't really missed out on too much going for that play there. And suddenly we find ourselves with 4 Envy players on A. So MIBR start quietly going up again. But once this smoke goes, eventually Mihu will have to give up the angle, and then they'll start to get worried. There's KiNK taking out top mid. That's a big frag for Envy.
Another smoke from Envy into these apartments. Legia goes into the open. 2 players around the corner. Leo lands the first shot, but Nifty's there for the refrag. He's not going to face again, though. MIBR, 35 seconds. They were thinking of going back to B, but that kill from Mihu makes all the difference. Now MIBR might try and come back to the A site because Lucas has started to open things up. The molly is going to slow them down significantly, though. And if you look at the mini-map, Mihu's pushed all the way through B. They know this is A. Envy just have to hold, just have to buy time. Nifty missing from the site, but Thomas is in position. And Lucas still needs to find this kill. P250 out, trying to run it down. He's got the headshot, but he's not ready for the player from behind. Mihu's fast flank keeps Envy in contention.
All of Envy's utility there, be it smokes or incendiaries, was perfectly placed and perfectly timed to stop the intentions of MIBR and hold them in position. But it still comes down to the last player, which is not good for the money and utility of Envy. There will be shortcomings. People will be lacking things. There'll be holes in the defenses. And MIBR can still buy, despite not having a bomb plant. They've won so many rounds in a row. They can keep the pressure up. Envy's defense becomes weaker as the rounds go on. This is a key one to win, though. Means an eco for someone, or maybe a force bite. VSM very quickly towards B, but he's denied the kill. Love the attempt, though. Maximum pressure from MIBR, abusing their advantage of 5 rounds.
And MIBR are up Banana quickly here. They may just commit to this. They've gone for these fast B plays previously. They have to be ready for Legia's boosted position, though. 1 smoke for CT, molly for Coffins, and they're about to commit to this. They're not clearing it. They're not clearing it. Legia's still above. Surely they clear it eventually, but it's only the MP9 that finally gets the kill mid-air. They're on the site itself, though. Lucas getting even more aggressive. He has the bomb right now. He's got to go back here. Smoke goes down. Does Lucas realize? Finally, he knows. The molly is slowing him down. This is going to take a while for the plant, but KiNK gets the first kill from above.
A lot of abusive utility. Lucas has got to make an aggressive play in the 2 versus 4. He's got to take him by surprise. He's got a tight choke point as well. Potential for a multi-frag. Nifty's got to be careful. Mihu goes in first. Legia biding his time. There's the trade. KNG though still delivers. 1 versus 2 after those frags. Moves around the corner just in case, but he's been smoked off. He's going to have to find a way to do this now. Surely this is not doable for KNG. In the smoke with an AWP. Down to the 1v1. Nifty's gone as well. Match point MIBR. I can't believe it.
Behind the smoke with the AWP. He should have almost no chance to win that round, but he gets the timing just right to take the first fight. Legia can't pull the trigger in time, and neither can Nifty. I think Nifty may have got the shot off. It was so hard to hear. Oh, Nifty did get the shot off, but he just missed it. KNG coming up huge, and you can better believe that that house is loud right now. MIBR hyping themselves up. They're the ones taking a timeout right now because Koku is loving life behind them. And remember, Envy's money was already in a precarious position. That might just break their bank. KNG, really the talismanic figure for this MIBR roster. Again, taking that in-game leadership role. Taking on the leaders of this team, and he's doing a great job at it so far. 15-9 for MIBR, and look at the buy from Envy. They've got some FAMASs, an MP9, a UMP. At least they have nades, but it's not the ideal scenario.
It's a lot of match points for MIBR. Again, only 2 rounds for Envy. On their CT half, the defensive half, despite Nifty's best efforts. This is an uphill struggle and a half. With the weapons they have, you'd expect some kind of aggression, but they're playing reactive at present based on their positions. Nifty reduced to an MP9. The flashbang out. Thomas falling off the balcony, completely blind. KiNK will do what he can, but that's not a lot. Standing on Thomas's head. And they've got to sight MIBR. 4 versus 3. Molotovs around the smoke grenades. What does Nifty do now? Look at the harassment. Look at the spray. Down he goes through the smoke. And there's Legia. It's down to Mihu. An MP9 versus 4 MIBR players storming their way back through the bracket. KNG, of course, for the final kill. There's the pop-off. 16-9 on Inferno.
MIBR take it in the end. A hard-fought series for both of these teams, but it is MIBR who get it over the line in the end. That T side of Inferno really shining bright for them there. A lot of fast plays, a lot of contact plays, a lot of impacts from KNG. Remember, back on Nuke, we were criticizing KNG for not having a great game. He stepped it up on those last 2 maps, made sure his team could get it over the line.
We've long been looking for that KNG here in Flashpoint 2, and finally we found him instrumental in the destruction of Envy on that 3rd map. Didn't really see much from Envy, dominated from pillar to post in that 2nd half, and it really didn't have much to show. I think everybody was expecting a better time of things for Envy in that 3rd map, but it wasn't to be on this occasion. Over to Freya at the blind spot. Hey Freya!